G'day, I'm Zuehlke, I'm an enthusiast, and this is why. Alright, this is my 2020 i30N Shadow Grey. I got this car in August, I picked it up a few months ago. I picked up the i30N and I decided on the i30N ultimately because I've always been a hot hatch guy. I sort of moved away a little bit when you know, the family started to grow and things like that, and it finally got to the point where this car was released and it came out a couple of years ago. As soon as this car hit the market, I had to own it. It just ticks all the boxes. Hyundai built a great car, and I think it pays you back in smiles. It's a really fun car to own and to drive. So far, I haven't really done much to this one just yet. Funny story, I literally drove it from the dealership to the exhaust shop to have the center resonator removed. In all honesty, a car that sounds this good, it has to be appreciated, yeah? So it had to be removed immediately, and I don't regret that decision at all. It sounds great, and it definitely turns some heads. I love this car because it is a raw driving experience. You know, there's so many hot hatches on the market these days that, you know, give you an exhilarating drive and all the rest of it, but none of them are raw like they used to be, you know what I mean? So this car will fight you if you stab it into a corner and try and steer out of it. It will you know, throw you back in the seat when you plant your right foot. It will pop and crackle and just come out with all this great soundtrack. And that is really what sold me on this car. I love it. So my best driving experience in this car so far would have to be a little hot hatch track day that I did out here in Ipswich, Queensland Raceway. It was a spur of the moment decision. I had the time available, so I came out. It's the first track day in this car. I've got other fast cars and you know, had good fun with it. That particular track day, I'd had this car for a good couple of months. It's been really fun to drive. But oh man, when I got that thing on a track, it just opened up. I can appreciate the N platform so much more from having it on a racetrack. It's astounding. One road, one passenger. Look, I think this one, you could go for all kinds of fun answers and things like that, but if I've got to be brutally honest, this car was designed and tested around the Nürburgring. It's got to be driven hard around the Nürburgring, yeah. I've got a passenger with me. I would have to chuck my wife in the passenger seat. I think the screams and the soundtrack coming from the passenger seat would be just as fun as the soundtrack coming from the exhaust.